Guten Morgen. So we have chapter 5 now, Kapitel 5.1. That's going to be our dieser words, also known as der words. So Guten Morgen, Guten Morgen if it's morning, Guten Tag, or maybe Guten Abend. So we are going to start with our definite and indefinite articles, which we've done before, but these will be a good introduction to our der words, which are also called dieser words. So we've got our definite articles, der, die, das in the nominative, right? And then ein, eine in the nominative. And so then we also recently did our indefinite articles and our possessives. So these are called, the one way to call them is ein words, right? Because it's ein, which is the indefinite article, and then mein, dein, ihr, mein, eine, meine, deine. So these are indefinite articles and then the possessives. And so they're known as ein words in one way. And then we learned the possessive pronouns, mein, dein, etc. They take the same endings as indefinite articles. Eine Banane, meine Banane. So we're looking at the nominative, but then those endings will change across the board to match the accusative, dative, genitive. Eine Mutter would be dative. Meine Mutter would be also dative, but then with a possessive instead of the indefinite article. Einem Vater would then be meinem Vater, etc. So all the endings are going to match between the ein word and then the possessive. So we learned all of those, and possessive pronouns can be called ein words because they work in the same way as ein. They have the same rules. So now we have the definite and indefinite articles again. And what we're going to do is look at the der words, also known as dieser words. So the indefinite articles, we are calling them ein words, and then that's one category. And then another category is der words. So it's just another way you can use your articles. So we look at der Apfel, masculine, right? And that means the apple, der Apfel in the nominative. And then when you say dieser Apfel, that means this apple. Instead of the apple, we're saying this apple. And it's dieser Apfel, and it's got that R at the end to match the R from der. Der Apfel, dieser Apfel. And if we have feminine, die Banane, the banana. But if we say diese Banane, then it is saying this banana instead of the banana. And you see how the E ending matches. Die Banane, diese Banane. And then we have das Auto means the car. And then we can say dieses Auto means this car, and the S matches on the end. And then die Blumen, the flowers, versus diese Blumen, meaning these flowers. And you see the E matches on the end there. So they all match up with their endings. They work the same. So these are other words that work the same way as definite articles. They're called der words. So I call them der words, and most textbooks I have used say der words because it's like der is the category, and then they all these ones work the same as these ones, and then so they're called der words. But you can also call them dieser words because you could see this as the category as well. So it's the same. It's just the important thing to remember is that they go together and they have the same endings. The textbook calls them dieser words because dieser is the most common of these words. It's a whole category of words that have these same endings, but most of the books call them der words. So whichever you like. Notice how the ending of diese plus ending matches the ending of the definite article. So der, die, das. Der Affe, dieser Apfel. They match. Die Banane, diese. Das Auto, dieses Auto. And then here we're looking at the nominative, but it'll be the matching ending on every case. So if you had den Mann, den, it would then be diesen Mann. Or if it were in the dative, dem Mann, it would be diesem Mann. It would just match that same ending. So we can look, for example, at this one. Dieser Apfel ist rot. That's our masculine nominative. But dieser Apfel ist nicht rot. Dieser Apfel ist grün. So this is how you would use this, right? To point out this specific apple. This apple is red. This apple is not red. This apple is green. Dieser Apfel ist grün. Diese Banane ist gelb. This banana is yellow. Diese Banane ist nicht gelb. Diese Banane ist grün. So in contrast, this banana is not yellow. This banana is green. Diese Banane ist grün. Neuter. Dieses Auto ist schwarz. This car is black. Dieses Auto ist nicht schwarz. Dieses Auto ist rot. So in contrast, this car is not black. This car is red. Dieses Auto ist rot. And the plural, diese Blumen sind gelb. These flowers are yellow. Diese Blumen sind nicht gelb. Diese Blumen sind lila. These flowers are not yellow. These flowers are purple. So we look at how you get from the definite article to the der word. Diese is the first one we've been using, and then jeder and welche are two other very common ones, and we'll do a few more in a minute. So diese means this, and then jeder means every or each, and then welche means which one. It's a question word. So der Apfel ist rot, dieser Apfel ist rot. They match on the endings there. Die Banane ist gelb, diese Banane ist gelb. Das Auto ist schwarz, dieses Auto ist schwarz. They match the S ending. And then die Blumen sind lila, diese Blumen sind lila. These flowers are purple. So we have some more examples with some of the other words. So magst du diese Wohnung? Do you like this apartment? And Wohnung is feminine, diese Wohnung. Ja, dieser Ausblick ist toll. This view is amazing. So even without knowing what the gender of Ausblick is, based on the fact that you know that it's the subject, right? You would be able to tell that if this were just the regular definite article, it would be der Ausblick ist toll, because it's got that ending that matches the der. So it's masculine. Dieses Zimmer ist sehr groß. This room is very big. And then, so Zimmer, you can tell that it's neuter because it has this ending. Das Zimmer, dieses Zimmer. Welches Zimmer ist das schönste? So now we've got this word welches, and it is in the same category of der words. And so welch is then this, like the stem of it, welch, and then you add these same endings. So it's just like dieses, welches, and so this is neuter. Has the same endings as dieses, welches. Yeah. Alle Zimmer sind sehr schön. And then this one has to be in the plural because it means all, right? So it's always going to have that plain E ending. Alle Zimmer sind schön. Jedes Zimmer ist schön. So that's saying something slightly different because with alle Zimmer, it has to be in the plural, all the rooms, but jedes Zimmer is saying every room is nice. So now we're in the singular. With Zimmer, it's not so clear because this one is it's this noun. You don't add anything to make the plural. So this one's in the plural, and this one's in the singular, but it just so happens that you don't add anything to make that singular. So jedes Zimmer, every room, and this is in the singular. Yeah. Okay. So here we have some more diese words. We had alle just now, which means all, and then beides is very similar. It means both, but it's always going to be in the plural. So you don't have to ever really change those. You don't have to change those endings in the nominative anyway. But for example, in the dative, you would, right? And then we have diese, which is like the default one, the most common one. Jeder, each or every. Jena is like farther away than it's like that, or you're pointing to something like over there. So it's a little bit formal sounding, so you don't hear it in speech very often, but you will see it in writing. And then manche, there's a couple of, these are kind of interesting. Manche with just the E at the end, that's used quite a bit, and it's always plural. And then manche with the mini whatever, so that wouldn't show up quite as often, but with the R at the end, you can use it that way. And it would change the endings just like diese and jeder, right? And then solche, such a great day or something, right? Welcher, then which, and you gotta change the endings based on all these. So dieser, diesen, diesem, dieses, diese Frau, and so these are just going to be all the same endings as you would have on the definite articles. So you just imagine, just take off the dies part, and then put the D there. So you go back to the regular article. So it would be like den Kindern, diesen Kindern for the dative. Yeah, dieses Kind, das Kind. Okay, so alle, beide, and manche always have the plural nouns. And then dieser and jener, they can occur in the same sentence. And so that is when you would translate it as the former and the latter, because dieser is like this one right here, close to you, and then jener is like, oh, that one farther away. So you have, and that's the former, and the latter as far as like the one that I mentioned most recently, and the one that I mentioned further back, right? So Washington und Lincoln waren amerikanische Präsidenten. Dieser war der erste, jener war der 16. Präsident. So dieser would be the former, this one, and then jener is the other one, right? Yeah, the former and the latter. Okay, so viele europäische Touristen besuchen gern die Ost- und die Westküste der USA. Diese bietet den Besuchern viel Kultur und jene Erlebnisse in der Natur. So we have many European tourists like to visit the East Coast and West Coast of the United States. The former, that would be the East Coast, offers lots of culture. And then Jena, the latter, meaning the West Coast, experiences in nature. This is implying that people from the West Coast don't have culture or something? I think we've got culture to offer visitors as well in der Westküste. Yeah, okay. So now we have the exercises for you to do before you go to the next unit. So I have these written here. These are all in the nominative, so it's just a little chart, and these are like the stems, and then they'll have their endings on them, right? So übersetzen Sie, translate these, and then there's different ones. There's diese, alle, welches, dieser, jedes, alle. So just translate those according to the meaning. And then translate these sentences about Vaduz, which is die Hauptstadt von Liechtenstein, the capital city of Liechtenstein. So yeah, these will contain some of those der words as well. So that's all for this unit. Viel Spaß, have fun doing the exercises, und wir sehen uns im nächsten Video. Tschüss, bis gleich, auf Wiedersehen.